Hi, my name is Corlin Crane, and I wanted to make another video today, just kind of talking about some situations that I've encountered through being a stutterer, and just kind of people's reactions to my stuttering, or for the most part. So I just kind of wanted to talk about a couple of times that I've stuttered a lot in front of other people and how they've reacted to it. So I guess to start out, there's one situation when I went to Chick-fil-A. This was probably like a year ago, and when I was at the cash register to order my food, they asked for my name after my order. And usually, it's kind of a hit or miss with my name because I can either say Cortland really fluent or have a huge block on it. And of course, that was the time when I had a huge block on it. So when that happened, a lot of my secondary movements involve like my eyes kind of tensing up in my head, twitching around a little bit. And I remember the cashier walked around the counter, came up to me, put her hand next to mine, and asked if I was okay. And I was like, yes, I am okay, don't worry. And then afterwards, she admitted to me that she thought I was having a stroke. And if you're a stutterer, you've probably come across this before, because a lot of people, they miscommunicate what stuttering is, and they'll often think that people who stutter are having a stroke or a heart attack or a seizure, or there are a huge list of them. A lot of things that people kind of confuse. Because the problem is that like not a lot of people know what stuttering is. So when they see me stutter, they don't know what to think. There was another situation where I was at a Little Caesar's Pizza, and the same thing. I had to say my name for the order, and I of course had the really bad block on my name, and the cashier just looked at me and started laughing, like loud, laughing right in my face. And I didn't really know how to react to that because I was never really placed in that kind of a situation before. And it was kind of interesting. So I just, I just kind of looked at her, just like really confused, and she could, I could kind of tell that she didn't know anything about stuttering, and just kind of thought it was humorous, like maybe I was just, trying to be like a goofball or something. It's hard when people don't know what stuttering is, because they'll think that you're somebody totally different than who you are. And I can't tell you how many times I've had like special kinds of treatment because of that, because people, maybe think that I have like a developmental, disorder or anything like that. And it's hard because just people don't know what stuttering is. So on the contrast to all of that, there's one time when, this was recent actually, this was a couple months ago, when I was in line at the grocery store, and this lady was in front of me, and I don't know what started the conversation. Like, we just kind of started talking, maybe about the weather or something, but since I live in a college town, she was asking if I was a student, And I started just talking to her about that, and just like my classes and everything. And I mentioned about stuttering to her, because that's what I want to study for the most part. And I remember she was just really intrigued about stuttering. Like she kept asking me all these questions about it. Like she was asking me, when I stutter more, when I stutter less, what kinds of things can trigger me to stutter more, what not to do around a stutter. And I just thought that was cool because that lady really wanted to know more about stuttering. And it was great that I was able to kind of tell her what it was and to tell her what to do if you encounter a stutterer and what kinds of situations maybe maybe a little bit more harder to talk in than others. But I mean, granted, the the whole stuttering population is really diverse, and like everyone's different. People perform better under pressure. People perform worse. So there's a huge spectrum. But I just want to say that to stutterers out there, when people ask you about your stuttering, tell them everything that you know. Because the more people know, the less confusion there can be. I just hate all the confusion out there because people make misconceptions, and they'll start to treat people differently, they'll judge them. It's a huge mess. So I just want more people to know what stuttering is. And I'll be encountering these kinds of situations a lot more in my life. So hopefully, if I have more coming up, I will kind of share some good ones. But just kind of in general, still, I just really want people to know what stuttering is and to research about it and to know how to act around people who stutter.